Check, check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. All right, we're going in, you guys. We're going in. Let's go. Let's go. Wait till we get some people up in here, and then we'll get started, you guys. Get a few people up in here. No, it's 1 o'clock, but we're gonna get started at this time. I don't have any particular times. Happy holiday, everybody. We're going live right now. What's up, everybody? What's happening? Uh, what's up, son? The supporter in the house. New York, New Jersey in the house. Olivera, what's happening? Protected by God. Hello, hello. For the new ones coming in here, let me know what city you guys are coming in from. Natasha, what's happening, Natasha? Happy Memorial Day to all of you guys. D. Nicole Young, what's going on? OG10, is that Octon Baby? Did I say that right? Octon Baby? What's happening, Octon Baby? Milwaukee in the house. Okay. Octon Baby, you're a member of the channel. Welcome. I don't know if you have done yet, but if you want my CD, all my members get my CD for free. Only thing you pay for is the shipping cost. My moderator will put the shipping, my email address on here. So if you're interested in getting your free CD, Octon Baby, next month we'll be giving away a free Christopher Williams vinyl as well. Feel free to email me and I'll let you know the cost of that CD. Buffalo in the house. You know, I got a special love for Buffalo because of Rick and the band. Buffalo, New York in the house. Tamar Cooper. Hey, gotta love Buffalo. Diane Little Rock, what's happening? What's happening, you guys? we got a great conversation today, you guys. Listen, you know, it's so crazy because this is probably going to be one of my favorite subjects to talk about today, and that is this new law that's been passed. And I just, you know, it's going to affect a lot of content creators. You might not think it's going to, but it will. How does my vocal sound to you guys? If my voice sounds good, you can hear me well, all that good stuff. Albany, yes, San, you're in Albany. Fort Worth, Texas in the house. What's happening? Valerie, the most voice. It's Meech's brother from another mother. He told me he spoke to you. My name is the same. What's up, Demetrius? What's happening, family? Welcome to the channel, the most voice, man. I'm looking forward to meeting you when you come to Vegas, family. Looking forward to meeting you. Can't wait to meet you. He told me about you. Renee P, happy Memorial Day. Leanne, my voice sounds okay? How does my voice sound? It sounds good? Okay. Memphis in the house. Stella, thank you. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Stone Paxton Music and Life vlog, Stone Paxton Music and Life podcast, Stone Paxton and Meat Ship, the music vanguards. You know, we got a lot of different stuff going on here, you guys. Nami, Queens, New York. You know, with my Jersey and my New York, you know, I gotta have my accent. You know what I'm saying? Victoria, hi. Happy holidays, you guys. LA, Carson, you know, I got a special love for Carson, me and Meech and I, because the production company that Meech and I was signed to was actually out of Carson. The studio was in Carson in a house for years. All the biggest hits came out of that studio. As a matter of fact, Kendrick Lamar's early records came out of that studio, his biggest hits. So this Carson's personal to myself and Meech. A lot of love out of Carson, man. A lot of love out of Carson. Blessings to Carson, California. You feel what I'm saying? LA via Carson. Yeah. Columbus, Ohio. Now, school hit the button. I'm going to tell you something crazy. If I was still with the Stone City Band, you would be seeing me on the 30th because the guys are performing in Columbus. I think it's Columbus or Dayton for the funk festival. I don't know. I might just come out with the fellas. School hit the button. I might come out. I'll let you know if I'm coming out. Island, Brooklyn, Coney Island, Coney Island. I love Coney Island. I love Coney Island. Shaw Hayes. I love Coney Island. Haven't been there in years though. Nami. Listen to John Coltrane. Yes, I love John Coltrane. I love John Coltrane. I lived in Carson. Yay, Carson. My grandson's name is Carson. That's a great way of spelling Carson, too. OG Tan, baby. Happy holidays. Yeah, school hit the button. Yeah. Have you been hearing about it? So listen, you guys, check this out. The topic of this video is take it down. And the reason I don't like coming with content that everybody else is doing. I like coming with stuff because everybody's all talking about the same stuff. A lot of people are not really going outside of the box. And this is something I feel is kind of near and dear to me. And only because of the stuff that I've been through online, the things I had to deal with since this Angie Stone sector thing has picked up, starting from the beginning with being attacked on YouTube, people taking my pictures and adding stories to it, trying to make it look like I was lying about things. Congress has just passed a new law. Trump pushed for this new law, and it's been passed. It was on the table. It's sat there for a minute, but it's been passed, and it's called the Take It Down Law. Now, this thing is going to make a lot of changes happen in the YouTube streets, as they say. Now, I was going to talk about this probably about maybe 4 or 5 days ago, but somebody on my team reminded me of it. It reminded me of it. And so I said, you know what? That's what I needed to talk about. And so I decided that, okay, let me go ahead and talk about this because to me, this is personal. I've been watching this bill. I've been waiting to be able to move forward and talk about this bill. And right now is the perfect time, right? So this is it, you guys. It's called the Take It Down Bill. Take It Down Act is a U.S. federal law that criminalizes creation and distribution of non-consensual intimate images in C2, including those generated by AI. It also requires an online platform to remove NC2 upon receiving a verified request from the victim within 48 hours. This act aims to protect victims of SA and exploitation in the digital age. Now, don't get it twisted. I know you guys are thinking, oh, Stone, that's just to protect people from SA. That's just to protect us. No, it protects everyone that is being profoundly used in a derogatory way. So what do I mean by that? Of course, we know it's also protecting young ladies that men are posting pictures of these women, maybe their head, and maybe putting a body on that and making this AI body up and then talking about this person. Or it also is pertaining to other content creators taking someone's face, putting it online and using their face in a derogatory way. Yes, content creators that are watching this, just understand this is the wherewithal for the huge change that's going to happen that can affect your channel. Now, why do I think this is imperative for something like this to happen? Because most of the stuff that I see on YouTube are lies. It's bait. They'll bait you in, get you on the channel, and then it's not even. For instance, there was a YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you what it says. No joke. It was a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to promote their channel, but I'm going to show you how they used a little bait to get people in, right? It went like this. This is the title of the YouTube. It said, it was about me. They had my picture and Angie's picture. It said, the dark side of fame in Hollywood. Look at all these rumors Stone Paxton provides paperwork. Now, you would think it's something good. You're like, oh, Stone's providing receipts. You click it on, and this person is talking negative about me all the way through. Never met me. Now, do I have a problem with people making their money? Absolutely not. I think, everybody should be able to make their money. I mean, this is something that Meech and I talk about all the time. People should be able to make their money, but there's a right way to make money. There are rules to this YouTube streets. I think it's hilarious they call it the YouTube streets. There are rules to YouTube. Most people do not even abide or follow the rules whatsoever. They feel as if the rules don't apply to them. They feel as if Why am I going to follow the rules? I'm not going to get taken down. I can talk all the shit I want about everybody. I can post their pictures. I can do what I want. Ain't nobody going to touch me. I'm at home at my computer. Don't nobody know where I'm at. They can't find me. But what they forget is there's an IP address attached to every computer, a unique number that lets you know the geographical area that that person resides at, in where we're in the computer in the virtual world. You can be found and they are watching you. They as in YouTube, they as in the government, whatever the case may be. You're not obsolete to not being found. So all your tough people on YouTube who get on YouTube and they tough out and they act like they gangsters and they talk about people and they say things and they talk crazy like they tough and they motherfucking they talk all this stuff. And you know, in real life, if they were standing in front of that person, they wouldn't even talk like that. I see so many content creators who turn into gangsters on YouTube, and I just know in real life they never even had a real solid fight. And I'm only sharing logistics with you, right? I always tell people you ain't never been in a fight if you ain't never been hit. You don't know how to win a fight if you ain't never been punched. You don't know what it's like to be hurt until you really been hit. Most people ain't been hit really, really good. Now, for those fighters that have watched me, people on here that are boxers, that have taken martial arts, that have been in the ring or in the streets fighting, you know what I'm saying. People don't understand until you get hit. You don't understand fighting. See, usually the ones talking all the shit is usually the ones that ain't never been hit real good to make you change your motherfucking mind. How do I know? Even though I've been fighting, I've been kicked in the neck, in the head, in the face, in the knees, in the stomach. I've been hit. So I know what it's like to be hit. I've hit people really good, knocked them out, and I've been hit. Never been knocked out, thank God. But in my history of fighting in the ring, I've gotten hit so hard that it made me want to stop doing what I'm doing. What's my point? Most of the people on the internet you think they gangstered up. Because I watch a lot of YouTubers and I'm always amazed when I see females on YouTube who talk tough. Nothing against my ladies, but ladies, you know what I'm saying. I see a lot of females on YouTube who talk tough and they motherfucking this fucking big motherfucker. And I just be like, wow, really? But I'm knowing if a female was standing in front of them, they wouldn't be popping off like it wouldn't even be talking crazy. They'd be humbled down like, oh, I'm sorry. Because that's the YouTube make a person want to turn up. It's easy to get in front of this camera and just want to turn up, man. I'm telling you, it's easy to want. It makes people want to turn up. People that ain't never turned up, turn up, because YouTube make them do that. So when it makes them do that, it makes them do all this other stuff too. Take people's pictures, make up lies, post it. I'm loving this take it down act. Because it's not just talking about affecting people that have been SA'd. It's also going to affect the content creators who are saying negative things about people and posting their pictures, making up lies. So it's personal to me because that's what happened to me in the beginning of this Angie Stone thing. You know, somebody made up a fake page of me, distorted the picture. For what? People took my picture, changed my stories, said I was lying, said I was hired by, Clive Davis hired me. They said that I unlifed Tupac, I unlifed DMX, and I unlifed Angie Stone. This is the internet. I want you guys to understand this, thus, is the internet. It has no rules. It has rules, but people don't follow the rules because they don't give a fuck. Because on the internet, you can be anybody you want to be. So anybody that was a real quiet person, once they online, they can be a beast. And you'll never see their face because if they never want to show their face, they don't have to. So this also applies to internet bullies who mess with people, who take their pictures. This applies to anybody on the internet. And guess what? It is a federal offense. So there's no more games. Trolls, all the people that say the stuff they say, the people that hide behind the pictures, the people that do all the foulest shit. This is a federal offense. And it has to be taken down in 48 hours. And what happens if it doesn't? Not only does YouTube and any social media site, Instagram, TikTok, all of them, if they don't do it, they all get in trouble. Not just one. It's a federal offense. They come down on you. The law comes down on them. It's a smash. It's over with. Let's see. Paperwork party. Respect, family. How you doing, family? Thanks for stopping in. I like the coat. Boy, you had nothing to do with Tupac. Orlando was lying, laughing out loud. Glad you still in the sector. Listen, paperwork. Orlando is like my little brother. I don't know what made Orlando Brown go online and do that. I have no idea. But if you saw the other video where he said Stone, he said there's three people that inspire me. And he turned around and he corrected what he did. I don't even know why he did it. I just know Orlando is a genius. He's intelligent. I didn't even take it personal. I actually called him and asked him, little bro, I said, why you do that, man? And he cracked a joke and said some other stuff to me. And I left it up there. I could have hit that channel, Capone TV, and said, hey, man, take that down. I could have served him. But you know what? I know Orlando, and everything is not what people think. Orlando's sharp. Ain't nothing wrong with Orlando. Just remember, I told y'all that. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. He knows exactly what he's doing. You guys are the one that's fooled. Paperwork, respect. Thank you for the donation, family. I appreciate you. I've been watching you. I've been watching what's going on over there, family. It's crazy, man. And this autopsy, bro, is just, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. So I've been watching you, brother. So I've been quietly watching and listening. People are tripped, man. And here's the thing, paperwork. Your spin on how you want to spin it and the way you feel about it. All of us got to understand everybody has their way and their opinion of how they want to look at this Angie Stone autopsy. You can't tell a person not to talk about an autopsy the way they see it. Everybody sees it different. So when you have somebody talking about shrapnel or bullets or something like that, you got somebody with experience. Paperwork has been in the military. He understands that. So if he's speaking from a place of understanding it. Maybe you should do more research to know about why he's saying what he's saying. You just thinking he's just saying it. Whoever's out here saying, I've seen a few people saying paperwork is just throwing things out there, but his analogy of what he's saying, you got to look deeper into it. He has a reason for saying it. He has the background in the military. He has the background in how that works when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic of the forensics of a bullet and stuff like. Try not to use certain words because I know YouTube be tricky. But just understand that, respect where he's coming from. He's not telling you to agree with him. He's just saying, listen, I'm giving you my analogy. And he's not just giving you analogy as a normal person. And he's been through that. He's been through the physical side of it, hitting his body. So he knows. Unless you've been through that, you can't speak from that. So you got to respect his opinion and where he's coming from. That's all I'm saying, folks. That's why I haven't said nothing, because I had my opinion when I did it. And then I also heard somebody saying, some content creator was saying, she was saying that other content creators was copying her channel. Nah, talking about almost as if she was first to introduce the Angie Stone autopsy. You weren't, young lady. No, you weren't. So you can't say nobody's copying your channel when guess what? You weren't the first one. Guess who the first person was? I'll give you a chance to figure it out because I'm sure your people are going to share this video with you. Stop saying other people's copying your channel. Stop thinking that you're doing something unique because your channel is actually built off of talking about tons of people. That's all you do. That's what your channel is about. It's built on talking about people. So, and you're another person who uses pictures in a derogatory way. So this applies to you. Don't think because you're not in the US, it doesn't apply to you. That's all I'm saying. But don't think somebody else is copying your channel when you're just regurgitating the shit you see. You weren't the first person to post the autopsy. I was. But I had my team of people that was a part of it. There was only a few people that had it first. It was Paperwork, Quiet Storm, and me. Then you came after that. So you didn't have that information first. You had to see it from me, Paperwork, or Quiet Storm. So stop acting like somebody else, another content creator's copying you, because they're not. That part. Stop that, man. Y'all content creators, some of y'all be doing just some real foul ass shit. It's like you want to be recognized for what? For copying another motherfucker, man. Listen, at the end of the day, here's the thing. Come up with your own analogy. That would make your shit more original. You know, I heard you talking about Paperwork, but come up with your own analogy about the theory of this. There's nothing wrong with you coming up with your own analogy of what you think about it, instead of you talking about shedding light on yourself, constantly talking about how people are talking about you. And by the way, I think it's interesting. I've watched a couple of your videos, how you're upset, how people are talking about you, and how this particular light complexion girl is talking about you, but you spent time talking about Stone. You sent people to my channel to troll me. with proof. You sent the old lady, the old fat lady, to talk shit about me. But you're on your channel saying you don't know why. I don't know why people talk about me. I don't know. It just disgusts me and triggers me. Maybe it triggers you because you do the fucked up shit. It's called karma. It's called when there's an action, there's a reaction. So you are creating an action, and that's the reaction you get. This is why I told another content creator who went in my inbox talking about a whole bunch of other content creators and wanting me to like almost like, roll with her. I said, listen, I don't have a problem with no content creators, and don't inbox me with the negativity. I'm just trying to listen, whatever problem you got with them is your problem. Don't have me being mad at somebody because you're mad and you want me to not like them or not let people get in my comment section because these are Jags people. I need to block all the Jags people. I'm not doing that shit. Your problem with them is your problem. If nobody created a problem with me, I'm not going to create a problem with them. So why you in my inbox? That's why I said to you, you need allies, not enemies. You need to focus on your health and getting better and stop talking on your channel about Stone. You don't want to start no stuff with me. I'm just saying you don't want to, because I don't even want to have to go in on you. I don't even want to do that. There's nothing to go in on. You got to focus on your health. These are my points with content creators, you guys. This content creator world is some messy shit. I didn't realize it was this messy. Now, I've been on YouTube. For the ones that say, oh, Stone Paxton just got on YouTube. He just got on YouTube. You're wrong. When YouTube started 2005, go type in Stone Paxton album release party. My hair was long as shit. 2005, I posted a video. That was my first YouTube. I stopped and started back 2008. I've been on here since 2005, before there was any content creators talking shit about each other, before there was any bullshit going on with anybody, before anybody was, as a matter of fact, I've been on YouTube so long, it was considered weird to even tell somebody you had a YouTube channel. It was kind of low-key embarrassing. But you say, hey man, what you got? You had to whisper that shit. I got a YouTube channel. Because people thought it was the corniest shit in the world. People were not checking for YouTube back then like that. But now it's common. If you got a YouTube channel, you cool as shit. That's how long I've had YouTube. So if you look at the channel, you'll see how long I've had my YouTube. And if you go look for the other channel, put in Stone Paxton or Stone Album Release Party Las Vegas, you'll see that old ass footage. You can barely see anything, but you'll know it's me. That shit's hilarious because all the camera shit wasn't like it is now. I think I had a really bad camera then. But let me get back to my point. The Take It Down Act is something very serious. All I'm saying to my content creators, if you're using content or a person's face in a derogatory way, it's going to affect all of us. Me, you, anybody. If we're saying things about somebody, that's not true. If we're taking something and changing it and flipping it to a lie just to make a person look bad, or we're docking a person and doing all this crazy shit, it's going to cost us. They saying in 48 hours it has to be down, and it is considered a felony. This is not made up. If you think I'm lying, you can go pull it up and look at it. It's public information. You can go to .gov and read it, okay? Let's break it down a little bit more. Criminalization. The act makes it a federal crime to intentionally disclose or threaten to disclose NC2, including AI-generated ones. So let's say I'm dating a girl, and let's say I say to her, hey, you know what? Fuck you. Or you know what? Forget you. Or you know what? Kiss my... That's why I'm going to post these pictures of you. That's a no-no. That's federal. Let's say I get mad at my wife if I'm a married man, and I say, you know what? We fighting over the family, right? And I say, I'm just going to post them pictures of you and old boy when you cheated on me. That's federal. Let's say I get mad at you and I say, you know what? I'm going to put somebody else's body on you and make people think you was out here doing stuff. That's federal. Let's say I just take you and post your picture and put derogatory wording about you, even if it is true. Even if it is true. Let's say it's true. It doesn't matter. It's still a federal offense to do that. That's the criminalization of that act. This is part of it. That is a federal offense. Platform responsibility. Online. Online platforms are obligated to prompt. You know how sometimes you hit up YouTube and you say, hey, YouTube, somebody's using my picture. YouTube says, okay, and shit don't happen unless you got to tie into the corporate attorneys or direct in like I do, right? Most people don't. So guess what happens? They'll say, okay, and you'll look up in 6 months from now, the shit's still up there. Not anymore. It says online platforms are obligated to promptly remove NC2. That's the act. That's what this is called, NC2, upon receiving a verified request from the victim. This is changing the game, content creators. Please pay attention. Y'all might want to spread the news. This is going to change the game. Now, I'm just helping you so none of you get caught up with a federal offense. It's that serious. Now, we might not, some might get off of this when I hang up the camera, and you're going to go on and you're going to go about your day and you're going to go right into the shit you do that I'm talking about. Some of the ones that I don't even know that are watching me, that don't know me personally, are going to go and talk some shit about somebody online and actually post a picture even after me saying what I'm saying. This is why I always say ignorance is bliss. To some people love bumping their heads. I'm getting on here sharing information. Some people want to bump their heads. They're going to take this in and then, oh, that nigga don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about. Stone don't know what he talking about. And they're going to go right and do the shit. Instead of saying, wait a minute, let me go look up what he said. Why would he get on here and waste his time for what? Why? Some people are going to go and post a video on Facebook or wherever about somebody today they mad at. Tell all their business. Dock them all. Pictures and all. As we're speaking, somebody's doing that shit. Not knowing that there's a law passed. This is why we all must be educated. The things we think don't affect us actually affect us in more of a way than you realize. Had anybody before they voted knew what they knew now, which some people have voted for the people they voted for. If you knew your family members were going to get pulled over because they didn't have their license on them and they got shipped off, it would have made you vote different. Now, I voted for who I voted for. It is what it is, right? But all I'm saying is, if you were educated about what was going to happen later on, would you have voted the way you voted? No, you wouldn't have, because you would have had the real information, what was going to happen down the road. So when the laws went into play, because you didn't read the laws, you just showed up at the poll because grandma say vote, cousins say they voting for this person, so you voted. You didn't read any of the laws. You just voted. You didn't know what, vote 132 meant. You was like, oh, that's a cool number. But you didn't know what it meant, what was attached to that number. Whatever that number was, that law that was going to be passed in Congress by voting for this person and what that stood for. So I'm telling you today, for all you content creators, and fuck it, let's keep it real. Not just content creators. This is for everybody, because we got some foul-ass men and women that will get online and do shit to people because they mad at them. So this goes for all y'all, not just content creators. It's just going to affect the content creators in a major way because a lot of them make their money with creating some negative stuff sometimes. Let's be honest, you guys. Some content creators make their money from creating negative shit. But a smart content creator is going to take this game today and go, ooh, Stone shared some shit with me I didn't even know about. Let me take this and run with it and apply it properly and just tighten up my game a little bit so that I don't get caught up, because you can get caught up quick. If a person reports you, what do you think's going to happen in 48 hours if a person posts you and then YouTube has to take it down? Who you think going to come after you? You're not going to have to worry about that content creator that reported you, because the federal government's coming after you. You know, Trump ain't playing as of now. Y'all should, if y'all don't know that by now, you ain't never going to know. As long as he's in office And it's probably going to take another 10, 20 years after he's out of office, any of these laws that have been passed, to even get changed around. Some of them I like. This one I like. This is probably going to be a mainstay, everybody. I can almost guarantee you this is going to be a mainstay. This shit ain't going nowhere. Because there's people's mamas getting bullied online. You know how many bullies are online? You know how many people have unlifed themselves because of bullies online? You know how many bullies come into my live and say something? Yesterday I was on a live holiday. I'm shopping groceries. I'm going to show y'all something. The ladies online were talking about my beard, how they like my beard. I said, you like my beard? And I said, what do you guys think? They were giving me their advice. This dude comes on. There's two dudes. One comes on, says to me, why do I care what they think? And I said, well, why not? I said, we were all born of women. Why would I not care? So he wasn't that much of a trip. And then he made another statement. It wasn't too bad, so I didn't block him. But I just wanted him to know, like, bro, you're born of a woman. Why do I care what they think? Because I asked the question. Why does it matter what women come on here and say they like my beard? Then another dude comes on and he actually says, that ain't a beard. You people. He said, you people. Something like you people can't grow beards, or you people's beard. And it was hard for me not to believe when he said you people, he was of a different race, because he said to me, you people can't grow beards, or you people, I'd have to look back at it, but he did say you people. And I was like, wow. And then he continued to say things. And I had to say a few words to him. Couldn't really say what I wanted because I'm inside of Sam's Club. I wanted to say some extra stuff to him. So I just said a few little words to him because I didn't want them to be like the black man in Sam's Club flipping out. So I said a few words to him and then I blocked him. That's cyberbullying. I mean, if you come to my channel and you don't like what I'm saying, get the fuck up out of here. You can easily just leave. You can easily leave. Ain't nobody's holding you here at this channel. Nobody's asking you to stay. Nobody's saying, hey, come to my channel and stay here and look at me. You can go to the next person, you know, go look at some idiot bullshit going on. Go look at some women twerking. That's what you want, but you don't have to stay here. There's something about me that made you stay, but then you turn around and you hate it. Don't hate me, brother. Hate the game because you don't know it, but don't hate me and don't hate my people because you don't understand us or you're envious. Because if I go on a channel talking negative to somebody, that's something about that person that is not in me that I'm jealous of. There's something about you that I like. That's really what it is. There's something about you that I like. So instead of me saying, hey, man, I think you're a cool person, man, let me subscribe to his channel and become a member. You decide to come on the channel and hate in the derogatory way, with nothing that even matters. No solid conversation. We talking about beards, and he up in here hating on a beard. Joyful, hold on, you guys. Joyful Ladybug, thank you for the donation. She said, I think it was bipartisan bill, so hoping it sticks. No. It's not bipartisan bill. This bill has been passed. It's activated. No bipartisan bill, Ladybug. It's active. I'm looking at it right here. I am a member of the .gov. Any laws that are passed, I see it. It's been passed. It's active. It's not bipartisan. Also, let's get into this. AI generated images. Let's go into that, what it says. The act specifically addresses AI generated NC2, recognizing the need to address this emerging threat. Protection from victims. To Take It Down Act, it aims to protect victims, particularly our young family members. I'm trying to watch words. YouTube is real funny with these words. But it's not limited to this YouTube stuff. That's why I said content creators. You might read it and think, oh, they only talk about that. That don't apply to me. Be careful. I'm just going to share this with you. Be careful. Don't get caught up. You know the game is tricky. Look at it like this. You remember when they were giving out the government funds for businesses, right? The PPP loans. Now check this out. I could have actually gotten one for my business, right? COVID hit. Things are crazy. I couldn't open my business. The city said you can't open your lounge. I had a lounge here in Vegas. The city was telling me I couldn't open it, but yet the governor was out kicking it and partying when he was telling people they shouldn't be doing it, but he was doing it, counteracted the whole situation. What for? You're telling people not to do this, but you're doing it. You're closing people's businesses down. So I was spending a lot of money every month. So when the PPP loan came up, I could have gotten it. I actually applied, but when I started reading it, I felt like it was a setup. Think about this. My African-American content creators, especially, I want you guys to listen. And all content creators. Well, if you came to this channel, let's just say all. But I say this for a reason for the African-American ones. To me, this is another setup because most of the drama online is created by who? I'm just saying, I'm not saying other content creators don't create drama, but look at the Black content creator sector. It's crazy. Joyful Ladybug said, I meant before it passed, it was supported by bipartisan 199. Thank you for that donation. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Before it passed, it was absolutely supported by bipartisan. You are 100% correct. So look, you remember the PPP loans. Everybody was excited. I want you to remember how many Black folks have went to prison. I know some right here in Las Vegas that have went to prison because of the PPP loan. Some of them got 2.4, 1 point. I got other people from different states that went to prison, sitting in prison now. I told them when it happened, I read everything about it. What bothered me and the reason why I didn't take the money, and I could have. I had a legitimate business. My lounge was legitimate. I had been in business for at least 5 years at that time when the PPP loan got offered. I read it and got scared. I'm showing you the connection with this law, that take it down law that got passed in connection with the PPP loan. Nobody saw what the end result was with the PPP loan, but I did. And I shared it with my friends, and they're like, oh, man, ain't tripping. You know, you ain't got to pay the money back, or you got this amount of time. I said, man, be careful, man. I read it. It still said if you pay the money back, that they still have so long, they can come audit you at any time. I thought it was strange. If I pay you the money back, why do you need to come back and audit me? If I paid the money back, to me, I felt like, ooh, that's tricky. You can get a person caught up because you know why? The money's supposed to only be used for the business. What did every African American do? And people that weren't African Americans, they went out and bought cars. They was online with the money, like, yo, you know, share money phones and shit. Yo, you know, I'm balling you, Richie. Go and get the car. Yeah, we at the car lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm rich. Listen, I have friends with behavioral health businesses. Every time, that was the new hustle in the Black community, behavioral health businesses. As soon as they got it, they was telling me they rich. I had a friend of mine who's like, yeah, I'm rich. I said, this got to be the dumbest nigga I've ever met. He really believes he's rich off the government's money. So I said, no, bro, you not rich. That's their money. What do you mean you rich? That million in your bank is not yours. That's the money for the clients to make sure they're taken care of. That's the money the government gives to make sure those clients are covered. You ain't rich, but that's the hustle that was happening in the Black community. Now, when the PPP loan situation happened and people had to pay that money back and Trump came into office and he started looking at stuff like, you know, where's this money going? Holding people responsible. The first time he was in office, a lot of Black folks, there's still people going to prison for it. All those people I told when I was reading to them about how it works, I said, man, that stuff's got to be paid back, bro. And I'm going to pay it back. I say, but yeah, you can only spend it. My buddy, he went out and bought 2 cars. I said, you what? I said, man, you bought cars? I said, is it under your business? No, I had to get a car. I said, man, it's not going to be good. If they come back and audit you, you're going to be in some shit. You're going to be in some shit. And then I knew some people who never even had a business, but they met with some guy who charged them a percentage of the money that he knew he could get them. And then he said, listen, I can make up a corporation for you. I said, man, be careful with that because they can go and check how long you've been in business. But of course, our people, we're the smartest people on this earth, but we do the dumbest shit sometimes based on just needing that paper. This is the same, even though this is different, I still look at this Take It Down Act and the PPP loan thing being similar. Why do I say that? It's a way to get African Americans caught up. If I know I got a federal offense and I know you be on YouTube with all the business and drama and posting people's pictures, it's going to be an easy takedown for African American content creators. Now, remember, I told you guys this first. So when you see the shit start happening and you hear stories about people going to prison, this content creator got arrested today, federal offense, the Take It Down Act. Y'all gonna be like, Stone was saying that. Remember, I'm telling you guys this shit now because I see it. I can see it. I see the setup. This law is a setup, not just about the content being posted. It's a reason to be able to go in and really super fuck with Black content creators. Y'all got to see what I'm saying. To really super fuck with Black content creators, because those are the ones that are going to get hit first. Oh, trust and believe that. Trust me. You ain't got to believe me. But when it happens, you guys will say, I remember the day when Stone Paxton went on his YouTube and talked about this. When you see a content creator getting handcuffed and it makes the news and it's going to be a Black one, you're going to be like, damn. These laws are designed specifically a lot of times for certain demographics of certain communities. First, to clean up, to play cleanup. They've been doing it for years. If y'all can't see the play, I don't know what to say. But I will say I love it because it'll hold these content creators that are out here doing foul shit, talking foul shit about people, posting foul shit on women and other shit and pictures and making up fake pictures and AI pictures. Like the one lady that made up this fake AI picture got me frowning. I'm like, wow. I said, damn, she got me frowning. It's rare that I frown. You know, and then the stuff she was saying, she didn't even care about researching about me. I'm looking at the comments when people say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't tell me what to run my channel. I don't know who this lady is. I don't even know her because she never shows her face, right? She's from another country, but she don't show her face. And she never really, I can't wait for her to show her face. One day she has to, right? But she's not from America. And looks like her channel is rather new, but she gets a lot of hits talking about me. Why? I don't know. There's nothing to talk about. I'm just an average dude who happened to be in the entertainment industry. But the Angie Stone thing gave her something to talk about. I'm okay if you're going to share stories that are true. If I went out and punched somebody and went to jail, and you pull up the police report and Stone Paxton hit somebody and went to jail, that's the truth. You could post that. I can't be mad at that because it's the truth. But when you're making up lies, then it falls under another category. When you're making up lies to troll and to make money, that falls in the borderline of this. What I'm saying. I mean, what's the problem with just being honest, you guys? That's all I'm saying. This law, the Take It Down Act, is about to change the game completely. Now, you don't have to believe me. Nobody has to believe me. A week ago, when I was watching it and I was waiting for it to go into play, I was like, God, please let this go into play. There are some other laws that are about to go into play too that you guys need to really pay attention to. Black content creators and content creators, because it will affect you in the future. I'm glad that my team reminded me of this because I had made a note and had not set the alert for my note. And my team reminded me via email, oh, Stone, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. I got to get on that. Yeah. Real story, y'all. Like, I ain't on here just to hang out. I'm actually on here to share information. And this one just happened to be one that I'm like happy about because in a short period of time, I can only imagine content creators that have been in this drama sector for as long as you guys have. Now, I've been on YouTube, but I'm not a drama sector dude. I mean, my channel was about music production in the music industry. I got a few guys used to come on my channel and say stuff and, say retarded stuff because they're retarded. But I never had it like this. Once I started speaking on my truth about Angie and what we were dealing with, it just went crazy. And then you had those people saying that I was trolling to increase my numbers because of Angie. But those same people were trolling me. make that one an understandable situation for me. How could you say I'm trolling when I was actually part of Angie's situation? See, it's gotta, I mean, look at the dynamic. It's gotta make a little sense. How could I be trolling a situation when I was a part of the business? But yet you troll me and you don't think that the little numbers you getting off your channel, because now you're using my name to make money, you're not making me understand how that's not trolling me. But you made that make sense to yourself. You made yourself believe you're telling your people the truth. Let me tell you something. All the motherfuckers that was talking shit about me when this whole Angie Stone thing started, you need to be in my inbox right here in this comment section saying you're sorry, you bitch ass motherfuckers. All of y'all. I should have, now don't get me wrong. There were some people that actually apologized to me. There were some people that came in and said, Stone, I misjudged you. I'm sorry. To all of those people that came into my inbox, my email, and even on some of the comments in previous videos and apologize, let me say something to you. All of my respect to you for being a stand-up person, being able to come back to me and apologize for looking at me as a bad person because I was telling my truth. I appreciate you. We can hang out and we can have some sushi. We can have some cranberry juice at the bar because I don't drink. Maybe wine every once in a while. But I respect you. And you have the highest respect from me because you took your time to come back and apologize to me. Now, those that are still kind of on the fence like this, unsure, fuck you. I don't have to prove nothing to you. I've been telling the truth since the day I started talking about Angie. There's nothing I haven't said that I haven't said the same thing over and over again consistently. My words have never changed. But I do believe a lot of y'all motherfuckers that bounce around from channel to channel owe me a goddamn apology. And if you don't want to give it, fuck you. Why do you keep coming to my channel watching and looking? What are you looking for? What do you want? Stay the fuck over there. Because it's pointless. It's truly pointless. If you're not going to apologize for turning me into a bad person online when you've never met me, said bad shit to me, all y'all came in the y'all was tearing me up. Y'all said that cyberbullying was at an all high with Stone Paxton. Y'all motherfuckers was calling my phone. All kinds of shit. It was at the highest level. And no one, very few people came in and apologized. When my comment section, every time I went live, after you guys saw the truth and started seeing it, my comment section should always be filled with people first apologizing. But y'all motherfuckers hanging out over here with me and Meech. And I ain't never once seen 20 comments that Stone, I'm sorry. Stone, I'm sorry. I see some of y'all over at Paperworks channel. I see some of y'all over at a lot of content creators. Y'all don't think I sit back and watch other content creators' channels? I do. Out of respect, I support them. Even if I don't say nothing, I support it to make sure I give my support by making, I'm another number too. But I see the usual suspects that come to my channel and the same ones that was in my comment section. Some of y'all talking shit to me. You know who you were because you believe what you believe. So when you believe what you believe, when the truth is presented, at least you can do is say, hey, Stone, I'm sorry, man. Like, you done proved who you are, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I just wanted to believe this shit because I like drama. I can actually respect that before I respect the person who acts like they believe some shit and then come to my channel and act like they ain't never did shit or ain't never talked crazy to me. I actually respect you saying that I like drama. Shit, I don't have cable at home. I got YouTube. That's where I get my entertainment, Stone. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I believe that shit, Stone. It's good TV. It's good YouTube TV, Stone. I just wanted to believe it, man. I'm sorry. None of y'all said that. None of you guys. Am I mad at you? Hell no. I don't even know you. So I can't be mad at you. Do I think you cuckoo? Absolutely. I think a lot of y'all motherfuckers cuckoo. But that's YouTube. That's the internet now. We got a lot of cuckoo motherfucking people who call the cuckoo spiritual. See, those two things don't mix. Cuckoo and spiritual is like this. They don't combine because you can't have them both in the same place. Spiritual is peace. It is the highest level of Zen, the understanding of spiritual. Most people want to wear the bracelets, the rings, the necklaces. Then they think that makes them spiritual, and they get some sage, and they think that's supposed to make them spiritual. They done burnt the sage and all that. It's not going to make you spiritual. It starts within. If you're not spiritual within, the sage and all the other stuff, the rings and all that you wear, none of that shit matters. Because a real spiritual person can see you and read right through the bullshit. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I love all y'all, man. I'm just saying, just keep that shit solid. And my content creators, think about what I just said. This is real. This is real information. I'm not on here capping. I didn't go look at nobody else's channel and deliver this information to you. You understand what I'm saying? Something that I wanted to share with you, but I wanted to make sure that it went into play before I talked about it. And something that I know is going to affect all of us. I mean, what are we going to do when content creators start getting taken down? It can also financially affect you as well. If these laws go into play, it alters the way you're going to be able to do your channel. Think about what I'm saying. So if you're a channel that's created drama and your channel's known for nothing but drama, having people's pictures, talking stuff that's not true, eventually it's going to hit your pocket. If you care about your channel and you make a living off your channel, it's going to hit that pocket. And that's when you're going to pay attention. Don't wait until it hits your pocket. You might have to start changing your channel up in the way you operate. If you talk bad about people and the stories ain't real, you might have to start paying for real interviews to get the real stories and make people sign. Once they saying it's real, you sign it. Hey, I'm sharing a story that's real. But when you're sharing stuff that's not real, then that's when it becomes a problem, and it's going to become a bigger problem for you guys in the future. I'm not allowing those kind of problems to happen for me because I'm not on here talking about stuff that ain't true. I am only going to share real information. First of all, about my life and what's going on with me. Second of all, with the people that I deal with in the music industry. Third, with information in general that affects our community that needs to be. See, here's the crazy part of it. I'm going to show you how crazy being a content creator is. Notice a lot of content creators are not sharing information that can really help their community. If they did, it would really change the scope of the Black experience in their community. Because surely there's so much information out here that we could share that could actually help the Black community and help everybody even understand the Black community and the Black experience better. But content creators choose to talk about celebrities and what the fuck they got going on, when there's so much shit happening every day. There's Black women missing, young Black men missing. There's Black folks being unlived every day. There's a lot of injustice in the Black community. We can talk education. We can talk about what we need to do to own homes. We can talk about what we need to do to become farmers and put back into the Black community. We could talk about what we need to do to become Black carpenters again, to get back into Black builders like it used to be in the 50s and 40s and the 30s, when our great grandma and grandpa and all that, way back then, when they were doing this stuff, when they were sewing and building homes, it was the Black men that were doing that. It was a Black men that were building. How come we don't talk about this? How come we don't have educated conversations about bringing this community into a better future? I'm just trying to make sense of it, you guys. I don't have all the answers, but I damn sure know that there's a better way for everything, for us to do what we need to do to get more attention. I know there's a better way. I know it. Do you know what I'm saying? I know it. Hold on, y'all. It's Meech. Hey, Meech, I'm live right now. Yeah. Yeah. I'll call you back. I know there's a better way. I know it is. So if we care about our community, we'll start doing less content talking about other content creators, doing their little beef battles with each other. We'll do less content talking about negative stuff that doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to change nobody's life. Like, show me how to go get some money legitimately. Show me how to go make money, something that's going to change my family. This is what people should want. Show me how to have something that is based on knowledge. Anybody can show anybody how to be negative. All we got to do is turn on the TV. The real experience in life is knowing that we're not going to be here forever and that we're older than we are younger. And what really matters is, what are we leaving as our legacy? What's your legacy? Each and every one of you watching this, what is your legacy? Ask yourself that question right now. If today was your last day, what's your legacy? What are you leaving profoundly memorable for people to go, I will never forget that person? Because we got family members that passed away 10 years ago. We don't even talk about them no more. Let's talk to real reality. Community, let's talk to real reality. We got family members that have passed 10 years and you don't even think about uncle no more. At first it was crying for the first year, two, and then it fade and a little bit. Yeah. Mama, you still gonna have a place for mama and your dad, but uncles and aunts and other family, it's literally a memory. But ask yourself this question: 20 years from now, who's gonna be thinking about mama? What family member is gonna be talking about mama? Because the longer it gets, the more it fades away. So I'll say to you, what matters to you guys? Does legacy matter? Does your history matter? What you're leaving? What you want people to remember you, profoundly remember you for? Is it going to be for drama? Let me tell you something. I went to my friend's funeral and his kids blew my mind when they got up and talked negative about him. I never imagined. I watched this man take care of his kids, but they had a bitterness about their dad. They did not have one good word to say about this man. And I know he was a good man. I can only imagine if he was standing next to me, what he would have said. He would have been in shock and would have cried. And he actually left a legacy, but in their minds, he didn't leave them enough. So they had nothing but negative to say to him. So sometimes money is less, knowledge is more of a legacy to leave, because people are going to fight over money. They're going to spend it and it's gone. But you're going to always remember what your mother and grandmother said to you, even when the money is gone. I prefer to leave a legacy of knowledge. I know that people are going to fight over what assets they feel like is left, that I left them. I ain't leaving nobody shit. I'm just saying, you're just leaving it for them to fight on. I'd rather leave knowledge and wisdom, because at the end of the day, that's never going to go anywhere. So all I'm saying is, we're online doing this as Black content creators. What are we really giving the community? Is it because everybody wants to be famous? Is it because we're in a narcissistic age of the world now? Everybody wants to be somebody. So YouTube, they feel like it's a way to be somebody. But if you really want to be somebody, be known for sharing solid information. Be known for positivity. Be known for giving people something to really, really have that's going to help them change themselves and other people. Look at Miss Wendy Williams. God bless her heart. God bless her spirit, her health, and everything. But did you ever imagine that she sat many days and thought about the negative that she has brought into her world and the people she hurt with telling lies about, and maybe even the ones she told that were the truth? I wonder, and I know she has to sit right now because she has nothing but time on her hand to think about everything that she has done during the period of her reign. And I'm sure she's not happy, because what I saw happen with her was the highest level of karma. So all I'm saying to everyone on here, content creators, I feel like we can talk to each other, right? We're kind of like brothers and sisters in the virtual world. Let's give people something to remember. Let's give people something to remember, you guys. Why not? Why not give them something to remember? Huh? Why not give them something to remember? I have something to say to you guys, but I'll say it before I get off. Why not give them something to remember with your legacy? Right? Like, right? I mean, you know, white people got their legacies in their community. Hispanic people got their legacies. They pass on the knowledge. African people from Africa, the Eritrean people, the people from Ghana, they have legacies for their children. They talk to them. They leave them with knowledge, not just the money. American black folks, we want the fucking money. We don't give a fuck about what you've got to say. Content creators, you guys actually act the same way in comparison. Why not leave a legacy as a content creator? African American community, let's think about leaving our legacies. My black content creators, don't just be known as a messy content creator. I know y'all trying to get y'all Wendy Williams opportunity on, feel like maybe your YouTube show can turn into something bigger. It can. But do you really want that kind of situation to follow you to where now you got this big show and it's based on the same shit you was doing on YouTube? Now you on an actual syndicated show and it followed you from that point to that point. Now you got to keep it up because now that's what you're known for. And you can't back out and you can't go backwards and do anything less. It's scary to be known for something like that. And then you got to keep that going because now that's your life. That means you never really have peace. So I say to you guys again, to all of my content creators, the Take It Down Act is real. Please understand that. It is real. It's not fake. It's not made up. This is real. It is going to change the scope of YouTube content creators' content one way or the other. Just don't get caught up in the game. Just don't get caught up. Please don't get caught up because it's coming and it's coming in a major way. And I'm speaking to everybody on here. Now, check this out. I'm trying to remember the date. I'll be in Philadelphia, you guys, performing. I'm trying to see my dates. Hold on. Let me get the date real quick. I'm going to give you guys a date that I'm performing in Philly. It's going to be, I'm coming to Philadelphia. Anybody in Baltimore, Philly, I'm coming there to perform. Wait a minute. It says not May 31st. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. June 14th and 15th. Okay. This will be at the Norbert Brown Jr. Theater on the campus of the Cicely Tyson Performing Arts Center. That's located at 4732 North Broad Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 1914. Listen, here's the information. If you want to get a ticket, you want to come see me perform live, the number is 267-606-5565. That number is 267-606-5565. I will be performing in Philly. You can call that number and get tickets, or you can go to thetopevents.org. That is thetopevents.org and get your tickets there, or call. Okay. Don't forget, June 14th and 15th, I will be in Philadelphia performing. Once again, June 14th and 15th, I will be in Philly performing. Hey, you guys, I love you guys, man. Listen, content creators, Take It Down Act is real. What y'all gonna do? I told you first. As you may, there's the information. I'm only sharing it with you. I'm gonna jump on here later, you guys. Happy holidays. I know this is the last day of the holiday weekend thing, but enjoy yourself. Be safe. Don't drive and do nothing crazy after you done had a couple. And I love you guys, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time out to spend time with me. It's always love and respect. Stone Paxton Music and Life. Meech and I are probably going to jump on later. Holla at y'all. And I know y'all missed the Sunday vibe church thing with us. We're not going to miss it next week. Peace and love. And I'm out, you guys.